really feel about this world that we're living? This world that seems more and more like it's not real, more and more like it's a fucking simulation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of convinced now.
What, it is a simulation?
Yeah, there's something going on. There's something more to reality than what meets the eye. There's more to it than what you could put on a scale or what you could put a ruler to. There's more to this thing. This thing's made out of like some very bizarre energy that's attached to consciousness. That's what I think.
What do you mean by this?
I think that, like, I think it's really possible. First of all, it's inevitable that one day they will achieve a simulation that is indiscernible from reality.
Okay.
No doubt about it. They've gotten real close, where you could put on haptic feedback suits and you can see things and you feel like you're in a room. They're, it's crude, but it's like, Nintendo from 20 years ago versus, some modern warfare game now.
Right.
They're going to get to a point where it's indiscernible.
Yeah.
So if it does happen, how do you know? How do you know when that takes place? Now, here's the question. Is that the ultimate progression of technology? Is the ultimate progression of technology transcending physical reality and becoming completely digital life? So if that is possible, how do we know if it hasn't already happened?
Yeah.
How can we know if it hasn't already happened?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I would say that if this world was scripted, it would be filled with a lot of shit that's exactly like what happened. Trump would get shot in the ear and say, fight, fight, fight.
Yeah.
You would have Elon Musk at the inauguration looking like he's on another planet.
Now, Joe, I just want to make the point here. You're making the argument for determinism.
No, I'm not. I'm making the argument that there's a conscious interface.
Yeah.
There's consciousness, and it's interfacing with something that's not entirely real, and that is the life that we're living in.
Yeah.
And we think it's way realer than it actually is.
Yeah. So is somebody in control of it, or they're allowing us to have some semblance of control?
I feel like it might be controlled by the actual things that are inside of it. So I think our destiny is truly in our hands. I really believe that.
I like that. And then if that is the case, how is that not real?
Well, it is real in a sense, but I think that the actual way that things happen and work is dependent entirely on the level of consciousness that people have that are experiencing it. This sounds like very hippy-dippy and wooey, and it all comes from a lot of different things, but one of it comes from Tom Campbell, who wrote this like very fucking bizarre book that I've listened to an audiobook twice now. Okay.